Okay, it is very close to midnight. It is July 31st. Interesting day for my first session of playing poker since before the summer series began. The last time I played, May 22nd, that was the shootout tournament, the promotion tournament at MGM, the weeks-long qualifying period. Played enough hours, played that. Last cash game was May 19th. It's funny, it was really May 18th. I played MGM in Bellagio that night, and then I think I was between rooms. I went to South Point and started the first limit hold'em game of the day at 5 a.m. and my poker day starts and ends at 6 a.m. So the limit hold'em was May 18th, and then a couple hours later when Omaha 8 opened, it was after 6 a.m. So May 19th, 4-8, Omaha 8. That was my last cash game session. I lost $10 in an hour, 27 minutes, which to me is like a win in that game. So that was some of the last poker I played. I am going to go to MGM. It's close. There's Mark's favorite picture. I'm going to go to MGM, and yeah, it's pretty late. So not only will you see the duration and the profit loss number for today's session, you'll see it for the whole month of July, because this is my only session for July. Getting in right at the end here, July 31st, and I guess that's it. Gotta start walking over there.
Going down. Lobby. Come on, any of them.
Alright, session is done. The duration I put between scenes was the duration I played. It was like 2 hours, 10 minutes. Lost 133. I won a medium-sized pot, lost a pot about the same size, and then towards the end lost overpair to overpair. Could have been worse. So that was about it. Tony was in the room. Oh, he wanted me to mention there was a hand I raised and 4 people called. He was one of them. Before the flop came out, he said if I win the hand or he wins the hand, he wanted me to mention it in the video. He ended up winning that hand. He bet the flop, everyone folded. On 10-2-2, he showed an 8. So he won that hand. I'm mentioning it. It's good table, good room. I got there were 6 tables going, and I only recognized 2 other people in the room. It's a pretty good circumstance. Just, I don't know, nothing really happened for me. Now that I'm leaving, I think 2 tables broke, so I think 4 games are going now that I'm gone. Now that it's about 2 a.m. But 6 were going when I got in there, and a tournament was going when I got in there, and I think it was heads up right as I'm leaving now. Guy in seat 3 from Philadelphia. This was weird. So Tony and this guy from seat 3 were like 1,500 deep at least. A guy sat in seat 2 with like $1,800, $2,000. It's uncapped in MGM. The only hand the guy from seat 2 played, it was his first hand dealt in, it was his last hand dealt in. He raises pre, you know, he's playing against the guy from Philadelphia. Money goes in pre, money goes in on the flop, money goes in on the turn. The run out is Jack 3-2-2-2. On the end, the guy in seat 2 shoves. Philadelphia snap calls and chose quad 2s. I got a picture around where like the dealer was about done, like counting out the stacks and everything. Just the river that went all in and call was $1,252 effective, and money also went in on the turn on the flop and pre-flop. So that was a huge pot. And as soon as that hand was done, C2 racked up what he had left, which was about like, I don't know, $200-300 and left. That was the only hand he played. He ran into quads and lost like $1,500. So yeah, that happened. That was interesting. Besides that, I don't know, not a ton. Couple of big pots, but that was the highlight by far. Before I talk to you about some other things about the session, gonna insert this video of me cooking in a hotel room. I did have some dishes I wanted to cook written down for months. Finally have a clip of one of those things. Let's go to that and then return to the present. All right, cooking insert to this video. I've been planning this for a while. Pastina. You can see it on the bag there. It says pastina number 75. I don't know what the 75 means. Don't care. Pastina is awesome. My grandma used to make this a lot. It's pasta. It's just tiny dots of pasta. The shape is really what makes it awesome. Also, the two things I'm going to add in the end. So I'm going to get the rice cooker going, boil water, get salt in there, get the pasta in there. There's not much to it until it's done. The thing is, it's so small. Here, I'll show you again. It's so small that you probably don't have a strainer with like spaces smaller than that. So you really need to be careful just kind of tilting the pot, and it's you can't just like dump it out like if you had like angel hair or even like elbows or something. You have to be careful just like tilting the pot and getting the water out. There's gonna be some pasta water left. That is gonna, well, this is how my grandma did it. I don't know if this is how like everyone in the world did it. That is gonna combine with the things that get added after it's done. Two very important things. One is on top of the mini fridge, one is in the mini fridge. But I'll just spare you all the details of boiling water and things like that. Let's go right to when it's done and I'm ready to add stuff. Alright, there's more water in here than I want, but it's tough to drain the water. Like I said, here's one of the two things that goes in. Butter. Almost lost some of it. Didn't. So I'm gonna wind up with just like buttery pasta water mixed in with the pastina. There's a lot more pastina than I thought I'd get, by the way. That butter's gonna have no problem melting. Almost there already. Fake Parmesan cheese. You buy this powdery stuff in the plastic jars, it's not real Parmesan. Real Parmesan, there's a wheel of it. You cut a wedge, you grate it with a grater as you're sitting down to eat. That's real Parmesan cheese. This fake stuff, this is like going to the Olive Garden. Like, it's not really Italian food. It's like people try to pass it off as Italian food, and if you don't know what real Italian food is, you say the Olive Garden is Italian food. This is like the fake kind of equivalent, but it works great for pastina. Like if you're making a double cheeseburger or like mac and cheese, you don't want real cheese. Real cheese barely melts. It gets hot, it kind of melts, not really. You want the most processed stuff you can find, so it melts fast and it melts a lot and it's really gooey. That's this. This is the equivalent right here. So, just gonna put a ton. What I would do as a kid, I would just put it on top and then like take a little bit and it's still visible. It hasn't disappeared. So you could see it and taste it. And then keep doing that. And then when you've eaten the top layer, you sprinkle more Parmesan on. So like every bite has visible Parmesan in it. Anyway, there you go. Hotel room pastina. Back to the video. I was talking about my first session back playing poker since May 22nd. Alright, hope you enjoyed the pastina. Did I enjoy it? I don't know. Haven't made it yet. Back to the poker. Yeah, it was pretty boring being in there. I was watching a lot of SportsCenter. Between hands I played. I don't know. Not involved in every hand, like when I was dealing. Also, just playing 1-2, especially Vegas. A lot needs to go right to make more than my average dealing night. So knowing that going in is kind of like a letdown. Like a good night, a good winning night would have been still kind of like, whatever. Per hour could have been great. Probably not going to make the dollar amount. Whatever my average dealing night is, I'm probably not going to make more than that dollar amount that often in one Vegas session. I might happen to make some money in a short session, and like per hour, it's really nice. Like as it was, I only played 2 hours, 10 minutes, but I don't know. I'll monitor that tomorrow. Today was odd. Woke up late in the day, had some things to do. That's why I didn't play. It was I started at 11:50 p.m. Tomorrow I'll have much more of the afternoon and evening available. Plan on going somewhere. I've been there on the channel. It has been very, very infrequent. So we'll see if going to a place I don't normally play will add some excitement to the session. So you have that to look forward to tomorrow. And remember, pastina is a spoon food.